Hello, I'm William Tapscott. I'm with the Taylorsville Crimewatch. Today, we are here with Jim Lienhoop, Mayor of Columbus, Indiana. Jim is here to discuss public safety and the police.
Hi, William. Good to have you back. I'd like to go over a few things that we're doing from the law enforcement or police perspective to try to improve public safety here in Columbus. First thing we start with is what we call retain and retention. Recruit and retention. And the whole notion here is to try to find a way to make the police department a little bit more attractive career. Some of the things that we've done make a little bit of sense. Some of them maybe you have to think about them a little bit before you understand their value. But we've done what we call a salary study, where we've taken a look at what police officers in other communities and for state of Indiana, Indiana State Police, what they're paid. And we've determined that our police officers were underpaid relative to the competition. The last thing we want to do is become a training ground for other departments. And so, we've responded with increases in compensation that, should match, what we find in other communities. The whole notion is you don't have to be number one, but you do have to be competitive. And so we've changed the compensation structure. We've relaxed the personal grooming habits or personal grooming requirements. So what that really means is we now allow beards, and in some places we'll allow tattoos. And part of what that comes from is military experience. Guys who and gals who are in the military today, tattoos, well, not for the women, the beards, but for the men, beards are, pretty commonplace. And so that's a place that we recruit from a lot. And so it's important for us to be able to accept that kind of recruit. And so we've made those changes, and I've been surprised myself in terms of the number of police officers who now sport a beard. We've allowed take-home cars in the surrounding counties. For years we had take-home cars, but that was only for Bartholomew County, and basically that restricted our recruiting pool to just Bartholomew County residents. But now we can recruit from the surrounding counties, and it's made a big difference. In late 2017, we had an application process where we accepted applicants. I think we had 71, express an interest. 71 applicants may seem like a big number, but by the time you winnow it down, you're talking 2 or 3 officers. But my point is that what had been 71 in 2017 is 4 times that, or closer to 300 some odd, in 2019. We did one just this last week, or 2 weekends ago. And so we've gotten a lot greater response, and we feel a whole lot better, about the quality of the candidates that we're having come forward. People may know, may not, we are subject to what we call CALEA, which is the Commission on Accreditation for Law Enforcement Agencies. They do an annual review for the Columbus Police Department, and we completed that review earlier this year, and we're passed for the next year. We have a Community Police Review Board. Not every interaction with the police is positive, and some people feel like maybe they could have been treated a little bit better. And so there's a complaint process that you can go through, and if you don't like the result of the police review of your complaint, you can have a community panel review your complaint. And so we rewrote the rules for that last year in 2018, and pleased to see that I think it's been met with pretty favorably. But the truth of the matter is we haven't had many complaints, so that's good too. In terms of the way our police officers interact with our citizens. We've talked before about statistics with respect to crime. We talk about property crime and personal or violent crime. With respect to crime against you, against yourself, what we call violent or what I call personal crime, Columbus is a pretty safe place. We'll be about 20% of the national average. With respect to property crime, it's not quite as good a number. We'll be maybe 70%, 75% higher than the national average. And so what I tell people is that you as an individual, me as an individual, we're safe here in this city. It's a pretty safe place to be. But you need to be careful about your stuff. And with inside that, or take that a little step further, what the police tell me is that most of the crime against your stuff, theft of property, is what we call crimes of opportunity, where somebody comes walking down the street and they check your car door's unlocked, they get in to see what they can take. So there's 2 things I want you to do. One is realize that this is a safe place, and with respect to your individual body, you should feel comfortable wherever you go in Columbus. But please lock your doors. Lock your car doors, lock your garage, your back door, all that kind of stuff, because it is an effective crime deterrent. So William, that's what we have for today in terms of an update on public safety. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.